This is the cash game that everyone wants to sit down at. It's big boys only in the East End tonight for a 36-hour poker game that will test their stamina and put their bank balance on the line. Word is out that something big's going down in London town tonight. There's a serious card game with the biggest names in the poker world hitting the table. The clock is ticking when the first cards are in the air, and we're playing for 36 hours straight. Plenty of time to earn yourself a mint or send yourself skint. Robert Williamson III keeps getting richer and richer. He's our biggest winner so far with over $65K in profit. Bodo Sbrzesny has held his own in the den. He's been making the 7-deuce work for him, taking him 18,000 ahead. Laak's been here since close to the start and is sitting pretty 15K in front. Neil Channing has shown us some of the moves that makes him one of the UK's best cash players, but it's been a tough night so far. Hendon mobster Barny Boatman, also well respected for his cash play, is struggling in the den, losing over 13,000. And Chris Parker back for a second time, though the biggest loser at the table has clawed back some of his 30K losses. Her notes have been changed for chips. The green chips are worth $25, the blue $50, and the red chips have a $100 value. The black chips are worth $500 and getting into the big money. Yellow chips worth $1,000 and the orange $5,000 each. All cheer for the party pot.
You're the best.
Somewhere in their bleary haze,
You wouldn't have like
players all realize that $1,000 extra is going into this one.
Organisation
Right.
millions
There
of
it
dollars
is.
every day.
Right. They have
Thing with
sellotape.
sellotape. I mean, Jesus.
Man, Andrew, that's it. You've done me, buddy. You re-raised me on my super
Poor
stand.
Chris Parker, he just can't seem to get
But I'll
this
do it.
game straight. He's
Just for
probably
you.
taking the worst beats
Oh, what am I?
just about anyone here. And Parker has put up a live straddle,
Two, Chris, if you want.
and
Am I the two?
Two, yeah. Sammy's the one, and you're the two. But
Sammy
Sammy's
hasn't.
looked at it.
Sammy's looked at his cards all. This is a mess.
I actually didn't mean it. I
Well,
always
okay,
scramble
no
you. I
problem.
mean, you
But
guys.
if you've looked, you've looked like
Do you want me to make it 100 so you can make it 2?
Well, have you looked?
It would be 50 so you can make it
It's
100.
dodgy if you've looked. I mean,
Okay,
I hate
nice
to be
straddle.
dodgy. I mean, you know.
I'm
I
making
know,
two anyway.
I know you're so cautious about it.
Parker, he's certainly not dodgy. It's the 7-2s.
there's this dodgy image.
Yeah, what's that all about? What was that line? That was Barb.
You know what it is, Phil? The problem is,
In a nice way. I'm concerned.
He meant it in a good kind of dodgy way.
you know, I'm not dodgy. I work really hard for a living.
I know it.
You know, like
No, it's
proper hard.
like
Like for the, you know, I'm a very family-orientated
kind
guy.
of a PR man for you. Just
And just because I don't spend like
Raise to 1100.
1 o'clock in the afternoon till 5 in the morning on the phone and like making bets, like what Neil Channing does, and writing columns, it means I'm dodgy.
Channing's raised this up to
But
1,100,
what
I
is these
think.
guys don't realize
And
is
he's
people
getting a
out there
lecture
who
from
make
Sammy
money.
at the
They
same
really do
time
things
about
in
how
commerce.
tight he
They
plays.
actually trade and
Jack
you know,
7 and the
buy and
Jack
sell.
3.
The world does go around.
Right,
You know,
besides the
besides
degenerate
this,
gamblers.
you
Right.
know.
You're all right.
It's
Don't
hard to
go on
believe.
about it. I don't have much of a life.
You're educating some of us.
1100.
That's all we know now.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
He just.
There's your chance to get your money back. Yeah.
Really? Well, all of it?
A little tiny little
Oh,
chance.
look
It's
at
this
that.
party,
God.
bloody pop.
It
Oh,
is this
easily
party
any-
bloody pop.
any
Nobody's
problem.
got a freaking
If
thing.
I'm probably, low.
They can't help themselves. It's pure greed.
Oh, you love it. The 7-2s is going to come good again.
I hate those ones.
It's just.
Really bad. Oh, I
15.
The 9 through queen flops are coming.
Problem is, Barney, I'm gambling now.
He's gambling now?
I mean, in Vegas, they a lot of times in the big cash games, they do play where if you win a pot with 7 deuce, everybody at the table has to pay you. That is not true here. But for some reason, I think everybody does feel obliged to play the 7 deuce aggressively, and it's all down to Bodo, isn't it?
I blame him.
Instead of poker massage, 'cause I've
Matt
seen a lot of money
Broughton
that
taking
make
a little break, and in the commentary box now,
at the table,
the Welsh wizard himself, Roberto Romanello. Hi, Roberto.
Hi.
I know you're kind of itching to get in this game as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's got that way now.
How long have you been watching?
About 2 hours now, I think it is. So itching to get in. Just taking a view of it all, and I think it's a little bit of an advantage as well. So
Oh, yeah.
it's good.
Statistics and
£5 a minute. That'd be brilliant.
It's a nice, pretty hand.
You could charge more than.
More than a massage. Yeah, I mean,
It's one of my favourite hands when I haven't got aces.
The Asian poker tour.
So is 5-6 of clubs.
yeah.
Everybody can go in there and just scream obscenities down the camera.
They did a good one in England one time.
I think the
on
bet
one
was
of the tours.
350.
I'd be
Looks like
living
he's
in
going to
the
get a
game.
lot of
And they
action.
said,
We'd
"We're
love
gonna
to see
film
2
you
diamonds
go
on the
and
flop,
have your
yeah.
story and say about
For
your hand."
action.
But they didn't tell you how they were going to present it. They just, what they did, they intercut each person. So you just got like 2 seconds of each person's story to make like a really long story. So it'd just be like, he'd be saying, so the flop came, and I'd go 3-3 jack, and he'd
With
be
the
going,
cards
"This
that are out,
idiot," and
it's
he'd
going to be
go,
really
"Cool,
hard for
we
Barney
will."
to find a
And
flop he
it was
likes.
just a really funny way
Yeah.
of doing it.
Spades, I guess. Spades, I guess.
Ace 9,
Wow.
ace jack,
Check,
deuce.
check,
Check.
check,
Check.
check.
7 deuce.
I guess obviously the problem with Barney's hand.
1100.
Now he's come at betting it. Has he?
I think it was Williamson, wasn't it?
Must have been. Wow,
He's better with King Jack.
how can you do that?
Well, you can do any. You can always make a move on the pot. You don't need it. You can bet with anything.
Just reckons nobody has an ace.
You'd think it'd be tough to get it past 4 people after you, but
My glass
as it goes,
is
nobody's
dirty.
got the ace.
like to have a tidy little.
Barney's not going anywhere.
Do you do ironing as well?
No, but when I was like 7, I remember ironing like I had 14.
I mean,
hours
Barney
at
really
night.
seems to be like the one guy in the pot who actually could have an ace in this spot besides Robert.
Yeah. Well,
And then
Robert's
since
got to
then,
think
I don't
with all
iron
the people in the
anymore,
pot.
but I
When
do
he's
keep
called,
all
he's thinking,
faced. You know, like all the
you know,
heads
he's tried to win the
Yeah, I
pot,
do
doesn't
that.
he?
I just keep my money facing the same.
there's
Because
a
from when
spade.
I was a track bookie, you know,
Barney
that was-
deserved a
that was,
break.
Mhm.
you know, when
He
you-
could try and represent the flush now.
Keeping it all tidy was-
He could still bet
10
out.
one way, then 10 the other way, 10 back and forth. That
Well, your money all
That's
looks the
Robert.
same, doesn't it?
right, the same.
That's why it's
what do you
easy
call
to
it?
spend.
He's made a lot of good decisions lately.
You see that?
Yeah,
That's
the
what I was
same
thinking.
like
He
dimensions.
he's
That
trying
way,
to
if you have
represent the
face
flush of what he's
40,
bet,
100, you count, you
and then he's thinking that Barney maybe have the ace and he could still pass.
2,700.
Yours is quite bulky.
Everything's gone so well for Robert lately.
It'd
He
be
could hardly
interesting.
dog it, right?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Barney's flat calls it or if he does raise it a bit.
Kind of the argument that there's not a lot of
No,
lot of hands he can call. or
That's
raise
going to be.
with.
He's going to be. If he raises, you know, he's going to be thinking, what's going to call me? The bigger flush or but. You could still raise. You could try and get a bit of value out of it. Maybe don't
Your
know.
money in the guild, isn't it, Phil?
It was a beautiful sick
I
card.
wasn't really that happy.
Did you used to
were
go to
just
Amsterdam
owned
when it was a
you were
guild?
witnessing the guild.
And they have little like things for blind people
Raise
that
to
they could touch the
8,000.
corner.
He has raised, yes.
He's stuck in kind of a smallish raise.
How much more?
I'm only in
5,000.
England twice a year.
5,300
Oh,
more.
really?
Yeah, we have a good tournament.
I don't know what kind of history these guys have together because, I mean, Barney is like one of the few players who is actually capable of raising with absolutely nothing on the river here. You know, Barney can get a bit out there, can't he?
Of course, yeah. They both can. You know, I know they're both capable of raising. They're both good players. And they,
Nearly beat that game.
as far as I'm concerned, they're both good play and they can easily make a move. You know. So they both know that they could play hard against each other. So that's maybe why he's given us a bit of the Hollywood at the end there, you know.
Yeah, at the end of November.
flush.
3,000.
But at the end of the day, it's a good little boost for Barny. He
Yeah,
kind
I
of needed a
think,
pick-me-up.
It's the first one I've seen him win, so
It actually feels like the first real hand he's made tonight.
yeah, it's true.
I told myself already.
We almost have.
A cheer goes up from the crowd. It's a party poker pot.
Yeah. Ich habe in Holdem.
I was gonna raise
Do you want to make it one? Make it two.
Party poker. Come on, aces. Give them to me.
Yeah. Two
I'm
straddles.
hungry.
You can tell the game's getting a lot more interesting now.
Raise to 600.
Haben Sie bitte ein
I need to see it unraised.
Stick?
That's a spirit bomb.
Cool.
I'm gonna give you a fucking go, Channing.
I don't blame you.
Go on, I know you've got the mortgage next month.
Exactly.
There you go. I know
you've got
you've got the. They sent the credit. They sent the bank letter to you.
You know
We
how it
know the
works. I live in
story.
a park.
We know the story.
In
the
Boss got
summer, I live in
taken
the park.
over.
Regent on the pot.
In the summer I live in the park. and in
Bush
the
didn't
winter I
pay
live
the
in the road.
700 billion because he took it himself and set everyone up. but it's
Barny's
no
got the
problem.
ace-5. He's got way the best of it. Like miles the best of this
I
one.
would love a Jack Deuce.
Or ways.
Oh, well, all right.
Ace
Well,
5
Jack
offsuit.
Deuce, we'll get it all in.
Yeah.
That's in memory of Scotland.
I'd rather have the 10-8 of spades.
Scotty who?
Yeah.
Well,
Always wanted Jack.
if I knew that was coming down, I'll take the ace.
Check.
Check.
I mean, it's what you
Saying that
say.
about 30 times a day.
Like, Barny's got best hand here, but he really can't stand any heat, can he?
No.
Jack Deuce.
Once in a blue moon. And he always goes,
It's a good prop to call for it.
2600.
You know, now he's faced with this. And how do you face this? Do you
Yeah,
call?
no,
Do you
look,
raise?
when
Do
it
you
comes to
fold?
poker button, Neil, if
You hate
were
everything,
about
don't
You,
you?
yeah,
Three
you're
times
never
36,
comfortable with your hand, you know, King 9. There's 4 of you in the pot, and you're thinking, you know, but again, you know,
I'm a businessman.
we all
so
know everybody's capable of a move. He just has to make. He's got other people behind him as well, so it's
working at Neil
like you
Channing
say,
is
it's
very
you're
simple.
never comfortable with a hand, you know.
I would love to have like video of like the bust outs that sleep on the floor and couch and stuff. And he's like, come on in. They ring the door, knock the door
Where
for
are
you.
your boys
Nowhere
with that money, Barny?
open the door.
Oh, no.
I had a lovely house.
Normally when people do that, they fuck me up.
2600.
I like that people are keeping you honest.
It's really annoying.
It's this party pot which seems to be running things at the moment.
Yeah, the extra grand is definitely an incentive
quite
to go
tantalizing.
crazy.
It certainly is.
Delightful.
Half of me thought Feldman was thinking about making a little squeeze there.
It is
Sort
some
of.
kind of unusual turn card.
Is Channing done with this hand?
You never know, you know.
I mean, if you put Barny on the
That's
ace,
gonna
well,
have to do it.
if you put Barny on ace rag, you feel like he's vulnerable, don't
It's
you?
the card you wanted to see, isn't it?
Just
You know,
roughly,
to get something going.
What he said.
Was it 3 stacks of black? Is it?
That's a bit rude. About 20 odd.
About 20 of them, right? And there's like 6 in there or something. So I should probably bet 12 then. I'll leave it at 12.
That's 12,000.
He's bet 12,000.
Wow. It's a gutsy bet. It's the queen that's made him bet it because he's, you know, it's a semi bluff, isn't it? You know,
It's the bulldozer bet.
and I think it's, you know,
And at the end of the day, that's the problem with ace rag.
Party pot.
at the end of the day, you know, he's
Just
it's a
bulldoze.
good bet. You know, he's taking advantage of the fact where, you know, the queen is
Which works out to
giving him a lot of
15
confidence. You can tell, you know,
Trying them.
That takes
that
care
even
of
if he
the
gets
mortgage.
called, he can still win the pot with the nets. So
He's still got brass. I mean, he's still got complete brass to stick
Yeah.
12,000 in there.
I think
It's nearly gone.
Don't
What's
look.
that?
Don't look. The straddling could
He's
happen.
doing it, he's doing it. Go ahead, 400, Sammy.
2
Don't feel
straddle.
obligated.
I'm not obligated, but,
3 straddle.
you know, it's every time I straddle, I get
the
nothing.
game's getting very interesting.
You know,
The straddles.
Or is that a live 400 there, is it?
You trying to get the
I get
anti
nothing.
going on your button. and
I'm
then
not
you
lucky
get
enough
it.
to get
I would just
anything.
straddle anywhere.
Parker's in.
I understand.
I am now.
It seemed like a random
Andrew's just
Hey,
looking
single
very
minded.
small right now.
Yeah, he's looks like he's not. he's not getting the hands, is he? That's the way it looks. He just.
It's like in The Wizard of Oz when the guy's melting. He's just like, he's a puddle.
Sammy 82, my ass. That ain't been working good for me today. What I did in the beginning.
You were 40k up.
Yeah, then I should just have tightened up.
You were up 40k?
I was, dude.
Roland didn't want to do it because
He had set in an hour, so he's used to it.
That was his best shot.
Check.
Look at
Sammy.
this flop. Bodo's hit the full house and Parker's got 3 6s. Look at this.
Wow.
Bet's 2.5.
And Sammy's bet 2,500. Well, I mean,
Why did you say 2.5 and throw 3 in?
Yeah, that is free.
this is one of those cold decks. that
With
pops
Sammy
up.
betting out now, it's just
It's gonna be pretty sick.
mixed
for
it all up now, isn't it?
This should be pretty sick.
Wow.
Race to 5.5.
And really, I mean, Bodo's hand is so good. He really can't do anything but call, right? I mean,
He's sitting there with the nuts, isn't he?
he's pretty.
The thing is, with the action, he could raise as well.
I mean, he wants to let a flush draw or a straight draw get there.
I
doesn't he?
would raise personally.
Cool. Probably not.
Robert's just, he's laughing at us. He's just cleaning up. I know, he's unbelievable. You'd think he'd come here more often than once a year to the poker game. You'd think he'd be
You make it sound so easy.
You'd think he'd ring Matchroom and say, can't you get a game going every week or something?
You're going to be his poker mentor.
Look at the heart for Parker
pair of sevens when you rewrite
could be in his favour.
Have a little 2
Could
hour
slow
break,
him down
have a nap,
completely.
Come back. Go and sleep on the couch for 2 hours. And
If he's thinking if he did have a flat call with the hearts,
No, I'll go sleep in the car. That's not the point. I've got a pillow
so I think it's slow the pot down. There's no way he's raising, obviously. It's just a call. So he's hoping for the pair up here.
But no, honestly, Sammy, you gotta stay. Because you know what?
You like me that much, Phil?
No, it's just this. That you're doing some sick things.
He says no.
And I like you all right. But
You could at least say.
you and Neil have this thing going on, and I've seen you guys generate some big pots with some thin holdings, and I'm like waiting to get the nuts in there against you and Channing when you guys are going crazy. So you can crowbar both of your stacks over here. And if you leave, then
Crowbar, you crazy bastard.
Get drummed up in this game.
Crowbar. He wants the burgle.
At the end of the day,
I want
he's,
to burgle everyone's stack.
doesn't look good for him, does it, Parker? The 10 saved him, if anything. As in how much money he's going to lose.
It's all academic.
Check.
I'm just playing for fun.
Check.
Wow. Wow, Chris has saved money. This is the first hand that he's made a hash of it, hasn't he?
Wow.
A6 and 6.
You see? You see?
What monster hands
See what's happening?
Wow.
That was a very
Why did you bet that, Chris? Tell me
He
why.
didn't like it. He didn't like
I didn't like the
the flush card.
I thought you had the
flop, I can
What
go
if somebody
on
shows you?
Bodo, despite your millions and millions of hands.
I definitely will bet up again on the river there. Just a matter of how much.
on the flop, sorry, on the river.
On the flop, you got all in.
I'm here to destroy the table and maybe win some big pots, and if I have to reload sometimes, it's no problem for me, but I will try my best to win much money.
Couple of exits. Robert Williamson, the third, leaves the den over 64K richer, our biggest winner so far. And the second biggest winner, German qualifier Bodo Sbrzesny, with over $32,000 profit. On the losing end, Chris Parker is taking a breather, over 20K down, and Barny Boatman has taken the bus home 11K lighter. Of course, some guys aren't going anywhere, and we welcome back an old favorite into the den, Roland the Wolfe. He's locked into this game, but is it a prize or a prison sentence? He returns with nearly $35,000. Here comes the morning shift. London cash player Richard Wheatley is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He sits down with $20,000. Chris Smith, they call him Smitty, is over from New York. An equity trader, he's used to playing high stakes and starts off with 20K. From the Welsh Valley, Roberto Romanello's really made a name for himself on the UK tournament circuit. Let's see if he can play cash as well. Alex Roumeliotis fits the profile of a Swedish player, young, fearless, and a suitcase full of money that he won online. Andrew Feldman joining me now in the box.
Oh, sweet. Do you play like all the other crazy Swedes?
The cards are in the air straight away now. Sammy George and Neil Channing, they've been here for the duration, have not moved from their seats. We're going on, I don't know, it's, what is it? Is it 14 hours?
A good 14 hours.
No absolute idea. Maybe it's 18.
Yeah.
And obviously Roland, he's been up, down in the green room, but he has not left. He's basically been here since the start.
Yeah.
Do you think these fresh players, have they got an edge on the guys who've been here?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I can just imagine, you know, fatigue will set in. You know, they'll be getting a bit restless.
What a load of crap. You started already?
Yeah. Cool.
That's not the point. We're here to gamble now.
We are, son.
Free.
I know you're sort of
25
gambling.
Hmm?
Your sort of gambling and my sort of gambling is probably a bit different.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
You like to gamble with the nuts. That's not really actually gambling.
How about 325 to you, son?
Well, I'm actually the only one actually really gambling, to be honest.
Straight away, we've got
So
we've got a few hands here.
Yeah,
Sammy with the pocket fours.
The 425 came from Smitty, 6-7 suited, and he's gotten called in five spots.
This is something I've noticed with Smitty likes to play his position very well, likes to open raise with suited connectors. He's not in great shape against a Wolfe who's decided to play the ace-7 off suit, and feels as slow played his queens.
Phil, check.
I just feel like Alexander's sucking 20 grand out of the game just by sitting down.
If you play the queens 5 ways,
Yeah, I
and the king pops, you're usually done, right? I mean,
well, now he's not going to like that club, but not one of them has a club.
I'll give him a monkey.
a monkey each?
Yeah, that would definitely save
Bets 1,000.
Does he have a big
I don't think Phil was going to fold the queens. I cannot see Phil folding for 1,000. Everyone else will pass, but Phil is at least. Phil will definitely call this 1,000. There we go. I just know. I know Phil is not folding for 1,000.
No, because I thought you were just isolating him.
You want to play Kaluki, son?
I like your hand better.
I don't know if Alex will make a second stab. I think he's.
No, I wasn't.
Well, if he bets here, Phil might call. He might.
I couldn't make it straight.
2.5.
It's a great bet. It's a very good bet, this. But yeah, Phil's calling this. He's not laying the quit yet.
Cool.
He's made a good call.
What do you have, buddy?
Not much. Do we get to see that hand? I want to know what Phil Laak showed.
That means I had you beaten. I had you beaten. I had you both beaten.
What does he have? He's touching the discards. I signed a contract that says he can't do that. I want to rule it. Signed nothing. That pot stays in the middle.
Sammy big.
I am big.
I think this fact that it was his second hand, and it wasn't exactly a hand he's he didn't really want to play. He was just felt, you know, the raise was so small. He was getting good odds, and so anyway, now
No, we're not steaming anymore.
got a pair of 6s for Smitty here.
Nope.
We're going to see Richard raising this, I would imagine. Seeing a few limps behind him with this suited ace-8.
Raise to 450.
There we go. Sammy will definitely be calling here.
Even stronger.
yeah, and it's going to be like a house of cards, isn't it? When one guy comes in, they all start falling. Or calling, in this case.
I'd say well done. I like it. Chris
No
Best
way Roland's going to go anywhere.
I'm not sure Roland's looked at his cards yet.
Surprised to Phil Laak folded. That's kind of tight, isn't it?
There was 2 people in the night.
Uh-oh. Now, 9-7, not a huge hand, but, I mean, when you're stuck as much as Sammy Georgian, and you've been playing 20-plus hours, This looks massive.
Fold it.
That's 4,000.
That's what we're playing, Sam.
Not a lot.
Roughly?
Bowl of ice.
It's the,
That's number 4. Did they all run out?
3, 4, 5, 6. 10 grand.
9, 10 grand.
I think Richard will just flat call. He might raise, fearing the 10 jack.
Okay, I'm all in.
You are?
You're all in.
You're all in?
He went all in.
Yeah, all right then.
Cool.
There we go. That's the spirit. Turn them up,
All right,
boys.
on the backs.
Turn them up. Proudly.
Proudly. Let's do it proudly, don't you?
Oh!
Wow.
I think you can be proud of that.
Oh, well, unless one of the 2 remaining 9s come out or
dunno.
run a runner
It might
straight,
be nice.
Well, you say that.
Richard will be doubling up.
Yeah, 10 or a 6.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Sammy here. I mean, the big question right now, will he rebuy? I fancy he might.
Yeah, I don't think he's going
What I
away.
wanted.
This game all of a sudden is getting exciting.
So now just 2 remaining 9s.
But
Any
like,
black card you get.
I mean, Andrew, the key there for Wheatley. I mean, he's been sitting in the green room watching
Oh,
what's going on.
wow. Now that is the way to do it. I mean, that is welcome to the poker den. You play the first hand, you get the guy to fold an ace, which shows he's already gained a bit of respect between fellow players. And the second hand he raised with, not only does he flop 3 of a kind, he gets paid and makes quads on the river. So that's a very nice start for Richard.
Wheatley was paying attention in the green room and realized that, you know, if you fast play this against Sammy, he's liable to call with all kinds of hands.
The fact he bet 4,000, I mean, I don't know why Sammy needs to bet so much there. You know, if you can bet 1,000 there and you get raised, and you can just let the hand go. If you bet 4,000, he probably felt he was committed.
Well, the Swede Roumeliotis has topped up 15K or so more on his stack. This is a party pot now. There's already been 3 straddles up to 400.
Everyone's going to respect it.
Much easier to
Everyone will respect it.
Legitimate.
Everyone will respect it.
A sleeper.
No,
Everyone will respect it. Hey,
you can go in.
So
You
we're
bet
running our own
1,600.
game.
You can't run your own game.
Yes, we
They
can.
can film it. We
That's
can play it.
different.
It's my money, my
Now
game.
I can look.
Wait.
Lovely.
Okay, now he's
No, hold on,
No, it's not you.
Now it goes to me.
That's just
Now I
a
act.
You're in
It's
a
him.
You have last action.
It's him.
You at last act.
That was good acting there, Sammy. That was good. I like that. Oh, hold on.
Raise to 16.
No, that's
I actually didn't raise. It was a
He
sleeper.
decided to play the jack.
I put it in before I looked up my cards.
100%.
I
We know
think
what's
he's
going on.
raised blind.
It's a sleeper.
Channing just,
15.
well, he's got king
Boss.
6.
I don't think I can resist it.
You never have so far.
He's made a total of 1,600, Sammy has.
Kind of stop maturing as a person.
Don't do it.
But the fact it's such a big raise, I think Channing's going to have
Seems
to.
like a hell of a lot of money.
You're like tens on to put money
He's
in.
going to give this one
I
up.
think you're right. 6,000.
He
Wow.
always seems to wake up with these hands.
Raise to 6,000.
Don't do it. 6-5.
It's true.
Which was the best hand at the time, I'll have you know. It had David Williams 2-3
But
crush.
Richard has seen all this shit before, and he doesn't.
And now Richard with the real hand, Ace Queen of Diamonds, and judging. Yeah. Wow. I don't like this call from Richard. I'd rather see an all-in or a fold.
I'll take
I'm not too keen on this call because the problem is that Channing's betting any flop here.
I'll be honest with you, 1 second. I said to myself, I'd push it all in if it was me and you. But now he's in, it's a different story
You think he's got
altogether.
a fucking hand?
I can't bluff with you, Carl.
He's probably got worse than you.
No, I think you just shit yourself.
Channing
because you saw
is
him call.
obviously very uncomfortable. Did not expect
What
Richard to wake up. Well, anyone to wake up with a big hand.
Like, telling him what to do.
I told you he can't push him around. He uses poker to gather securities about himself. He's in denial over for other stuff.
The British put down is totally new to me, Phil. It's like really interesting how they do it. They're so civilized about cutting each
I know the
other's throats.
psychology of Neil Channing.
Sammy did call one thing
Just
right.
called you names.
He said that Neil absolutely wet himself when Richard called.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, Channing could flop a king and still get off this hand. You know what I mean? Richard is, like, Richard is, I know you'd like the re-raise better, but he's looking like he has aces right now.
Well,
doesn't he?
yes. You can say.
How much you playing? Roughly.
Wow, there we go. I mean, but has Channing got the King of Hearts?
Dying.
I think Channing will check this.
You think so?
I would imagine it. Without the King of Hearts, he's not going to feel comfortable here. This is a very tough spot. You can see he's not feeling comfortable here. Well, Richard is not going away, that's for sure.
14,000.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Well, Richard, I think, is just going to put it all in. I cannot see Richard folding this.
I love Neil Channing. I'm gonna get the I love Neil Channing T-shirt.
Yep.
I'm all in.
He's all in.
No, I'll fold.
You know what happened, don't you? I mean, Channing looked over there and thought Barny Boatman was still sitting there. This is not Barny Boatman.
No. This Richard doesn't like to give up.
Go for 1,000.
He won the party.
He threw out 20 trying to get one.
Basically, I'm trying to get my 6.
King Richard just stacks up for time. Call 6. With like,
You fucking idiot.
call 6 with fucking King Queen. And then hits a flush draw and
You'd actually have a hard time right now figuring out if Richard Wheatley run that pot, or if actually it was Roland, the Wolfe, and Phil Laak.
Yeah.
They think this is the funniest thing they have ever seen.
It's just because it's the fact what it is just this party pot that it just creates when I've been there, it just creates the most wildest of action.
How much you got, Neil? Oh, you got a lot left.
Sammy. He said I'll probably get it back in
I
this
can
pot.
probably get it.
Yeah, of course he will. Come on,
This
Neil.
pot has 300 in it.
Neil, I tell you what, put it all in. Let's go heads up. All in for 20
Where were you
guys.
in the last one?
Just put it in.
Don't give me all that. When
You
you
care
got
about the
a
last
hand.
one.
Where were you in the last fucking?
Where was I the last one? I was
Check.
while you were seeing
Check.
watching.
Sammy.
Yeah, go on. I was ready to gamble.
So Smitty's
Not
caught
because I had
the
my
king.
trip aces over here.
Which I would imagine he's going to bet.
300.
No.
That's unbelievable.
You want it go action.
The best one with Richard. Yeah, how much money
The
do I
Wolf will
have
fold
back there? That's what I
this.
knew.
Laak was probably going to get out of the way. Sammy might call.
Sammy, 300.
Yeah, marvellous.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool.
Oh, that was fantastic. That's beautiful. Oh, that really was beautiful. That was magic.
Seven of spades, and that's a great card for Smitty.
Check.
He's probably going to get bet about 600, I'd imagine.
Bet 650.
He's just a little greedier than you.
650, yeah. Wow, and Sammy's just not believing him
That
for
was genius. That made my day.
anything.
You know, I'm happy to do 100 grand just to see that. You know?
I'm happy to do 100 grand just to see.
Well, I mean, that is a good bluffing card for him, but he's just... Smitty's now in a decision. Does he value bet here? But I can... He's going to probably bet about 50.
That's 1350.
Wow. Wow. I mean,
yeah.
that's a very, very loose...
Yes.
A very, very loose call from Sammy there. It's a nice value bet from Smitty. Obviously, not too keen on seeing the club, but felt that he had to value bet 2 pair. And Sammy just decided to pay him off.
Fucking happy.
Just with a pair of eights.
It's all good.
If you're a degen,
You're
you're good with me. You know, if you stay up late, you've been on the horses, anything, no matter what it is.
You have posters of like heroin
I wonder if Wheatley's going to keep those chips in action. He
Methodonist
doesn't look like a
recorders.
guy who's in a hurry to go anywhere.
Race for 100.
Probably got his mind on winning about 100,000 here as well, huh?
We got a pair of twos here for Alex. He'll
gonna
be
be leaving at
praying
the
to
next
flop
break
his set.
Cool.
Richard loves these suited connectors,
No
so
break for a
he's
couple of hours, please.
he's in.
Throw the
Sammy's
key away.
definitely in with his ace.
Cool.
Somebody take the little
Just
spark
a
plug.
Smitty's in with his small suited connectors.
Queen Jack 4 and I lead out and Richard just raises with 2.
Alex will be praying for a deuce here.
He wanted to know where he was. He bet 50.
Your next bet was 50, so
it looked weak.
No deuce on the flop. That's a very nice, it's a nice flop for Smitty here.
Oh, that's a good bet. Yeah, I was going to check.
50.
Oh no, we've also got Richard in, who's also up and down. Now this is a good raising time for him.
See if I raise
Find
it.
out where you are,
Proceeding.
Richard. Find out where you are.
Richard just gets the show on the road, doesn't he? He's probably got like a pair of sevens or something. Yeah.
How much?
More like trim sixes.
Okay, raise to
Just waiting
2,000.
for Richard.
I can't believe I wasted 50 of this.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Richard already mentally fold. I mean, cool.
That's managed to put Roland's now in great shape.
It's mine.
Roland re-raised.
Oh, Roland's come back over the top. Now this is
well, it's a good. He's made a good opinion on.
It's pushed.
Check.
Wow.
Check.
Now that is a monster card for Richard.
Tricky. Tricky.
I think that completes Richard's full house.
I really don't know where I am here. So I'm going to check.
Check.
If you want to, No, it's all right.
I'll tell you what he was going to say after you make your decision.
Yeah, it's like, look, what we're going to do is 20, 30,000. Win like 100,000.
He was going to say, do you want to chop it?
No, I wasn't going to say that.
3,200.
I think Roland's calling this.
But it felt like, okay.
No, I think Roland.
7-8 or something really horrible.
Well, he has said 7-8. He's.
Sit down with him.
But the fact he's got a 7,
And drop 10,000.
I think Roland might call this. It's a very, very 50-50 one. It all depends. It all depends on his gut feel.
Oh no, well, Bambus is made, I reckon, in between Kaluki and backgammon, I reckon like 2 million a year. Just by playing with him. Bambus is a great guy, yeah? Another great guy is Freddie, he's a gentleman. And, you know, Neil eventually will get to their age and be like them.
Again, a nice pot for Richard. And he continues
He's
his
going to be a multi-millionaire.
winning streak of every pot he's been in, he's won. So already he's trebled up.
Welcome back to the action here at the Big Game 3. And a rebuy now for Channing. 10K top up. Shouldn't bother him. But
Oh, sorry, I put my snot all over it.
I don't mind.
Channing sitting sideways in the chair.
Here you go, dude.
He's.
I'm not touching your shit, man.
Okay, now, well, again, as we see another big hand for Richard, all the cards are going his way. But he's just decided to slow play it.
Well, I think there's a couple of straddles out there. Channing with the 200
I don't
straddle.
I never like slow playing ace king, ace queens. Never keen on it. Much rather just raise it and try and take it down there and then.
The next break.
Eddie, no breaks now for a couple of years.
So Sammy's coming with 10-8. And
all stayed here till the one person had all the money.
it's, I think
It'll be Channing's option here. He live straddled, and the 200 has become 2,000.
And Channing's raised up with a pair of queens, I believe.
And you're 14.
Wow.
Channing's picked up queens in the straddle. I cannot see Richard fold. Oh, he has. Well, that's a very good fold.
Classy.
Now that shows the signs of an informed player. To be able to fold ace queen there, I don't think any player sitting down there, maybe apart from Roberto as well, would be folding ace queen.
Only for you, Neil.
Andrew, I'm playing your.
Pass.
Andrew's long gone, I think.
He's commentating on this.
He's commentating.
Oh, he's commentating this time around. He was so tired when he was playing. Like at the end, they'd show Phil playing a hand and Andrew sleeping in his armpit.
when I play in a pot, then I'll still be.
Channing's not keen on the ace, so he's checked. Now that's given Sammy some more outs.
5 grand.
Yep, and he's made a nice semi-bluff bet here.
It would have been a better bet on the flop, wouldn't it? Can he really sell an ace here?
I don't think Channing is gonna fold this. Not against Sammy.
Like it's nothing. Like 5,000.
Like this game really have to break after 32 hours? Or can we play for like 6 weeks?
No,
I'll pay for the film.
Check.
Who's button?
No, I haven't done anything.
Oh.
You just check out of position.
Yeah, he checked that.
Yeah.
No, I check.
What have you got?
You have to show.
No, you do first.
You
You have to show. Sorry, the law is
Oh,
you
is
show.
that the donor here?
One pair.
You still have to show the. Show me, show. You got it. That's good.
You've got it, man. What do you, oh, hold on. No, wait. No, you've got it.
Sammy was trying to figure out whether he made a straight, but Channing took a well-needed top there.
He's actually put me on an
Show
ace.
actually means show.
100, 200.
Well, these guys are locked in. There's no doubt about that. And Swede's under the gun. He's a player. There's no question he can play, but for some reason it just hasn't worked out for him so far.
If everyone does a
I
straddle,
don't think he's worried about the money.
I'm all for the straddle. Of course, that's it, right?
I've done it every
This looks
time,
like a
so I've been doing it
raise.
for,
Never mind, he'll only do the straddle.
Oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 greens. That's about 150.
But it's fine with everyone.
Thing is, Chris won't do the 7.
Well, okay, you know what?
Just because, says Sammy. 400.
200 a man.
200 a man, that's fair.
Sammy's
So this is 200 a man?
He's off in the distance somewhere, isn't he?
Win the pot?
Yeah.
To win the pot has to be 7 deuce offsuit, and
I'll
you can
do-
win it
I'll
by
do-
bluff.
Seven deuce start this
You
way.
don't have to show either.
For the
You can
first
just mark
hour,
it and say it's
They've all just agreed to play the 7 deuce game for 200 a man,
Yeah, that will definitely create some action.
which means obviously anybody wins a pot with 7 deuce. Every other player at the table has to give him 200.
That was going to create a lot of action. Right, we've got a very nice hand for Phil Laak here. 9-8 of hearts. Channing with ace-5, which unfortunately for Alex is drawing to 1-5 here to make his set.
Alright.
You're on it. Man, compulsory straddle. All right.
But anyone can call it off at any time. Like.
Or in the middle of
Yeah,
a
you can
hand.
always.
What's the point
You
now?
can call off any you know.
Phil's decided to
part.
bet out here to see whether if it's
Who's gonna
what
do
his
that when it
2 pairs
comes
like.
to
Alex
say,
has
oh,
made
man,
a
that's
good
really
fold.
That's a bit
I don't think anyone
And,
can do that.
rude, innit?
Because then we'll like
Exactly.
show it in all the casinos.
Sammy's just slow playing. I mean, Phil doesn't have a clue where he stands.
Yeah.
He's decided to check. I don't think Phil's planning.
Okay.
I don't like this check here. I mean, you want to get something in the pot here. You've got to bet. Wow, that is summer river card. Phil's going to be loving that river card. He's going to be feeling he's got the best hand for sure. He may bet up to 3,000 here, and he's checked.
Right, well now I know you don't have a king.
I'm not
I
denying
think
it.
my hand's pretty good.
We look after.
Sammy, how much is
2,000.
No, he's calling this 100%.
You want me to call?
I want you to. Just
I know you don't have a king, that's what I do know.
2,000. This would be great if I could just go all in here, but I can't. I'm just such a payoff wizard, it's so sick. You have like 2 jacks or something? All right, 2 jacks is good.
No, quad kings is better.
That's a phenomenal fold.
He did fold.
Two quads we've seen.
It's a great fold by Phil there. He's obviously thinking, well, what is Sammy calling me on the flop and checking the turn with?
You're looking for the gullible.
I'm glad I didn't get there.
You can always call and hope he mucks.
He's like, yeah, if I go all in, it'll be sick. I was like, yeah.
If I
Sammy's having trouble getting paid off.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy had to bet the turn. If you bet 2,000 on the turn, he may have had some action.
Oh, that's what's killing Sammy.
He's got to be betting his hands in. There's no point in slow playing them. You just don't get enough big hands. That's the thing is, you just how often do you flop trips?
At this time is just like, Neil, the guy that showed up.
So Alex, I think it's folded to Alex with 5-4, and he's raised it up to 400 with 4-5 offsuit. But like I've said before, Richard is not the guy you want to be messing about with. And once again, Alex's timing is totally off because Richard's got him dominated with the King 4 of diamonds.
Very bad night last night. Really.
Neil, I watched him.
Alex has finally outflopped his opponent.
Finally.
I think this is the first flop he's actually hit.
550.
But I'm telling you, there we go. Look, this guy.
And then
he could race it.
Yeah, there's some magazine. I did an interview with some
Poker
website.
Europe. I read it.
It's Poker News, the UK version of Poker News.
Raise.
And they said to me, what was all that about the hand of Goldfish?
1,000 more.
And I think I just said, oh, he's just a fucking idiot. And they printed that word for word in the magazine.
Literally, you think he's a fucking idiot?
I can't see how he can call him. If he's up against, say, Queen 9 of spades, he's almost dead. But the raise is so small, I think that he's getting almost 3-1, and he's decided to peel off a card. He's not going to like that at 10.
I mean, there is.
Well, Rich is slowed right down. But if a spade comes on the river, this is. Well, that is a dream card for Richard.
I knew Neil for about. How long? When did we start? I know when it was. The first time
when you had to bring me money from Mel.
Yeah,
that
about
was the first
2002.
When I first
1998.
When I first met him, he was driving me crazy because we were sitting there at the game, and every 5 minutes, another 24-year-old is coming up asking for money to enter this. Whatever. I was like, what's going on? I was like, I thought he was running like a charity.
I could tell you because like there was people keep wanting to sit behind me and talk to me about their tournament and how they got busted.
This would be a
the most brilliant call in the
This-
history of the world.
I don't think he's going to call. I just don't think he's going to do it. He wants to call, but I can't see him doing
It's
it.
gonna look embarrassing on TV if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what he's scared of.
I don't think he's scared.
No, he's not scared, but it's
I
gonna.
don't think a 21-year-old Swede with $100,000 in his back pocket does scare.
At least.
David does that.
The guy there we go.
I mean,
It's a great
I know
bet.
you gotta feel bad from everything, but isn't there a little argument? I mean, there was absolutely no money in the pot. He's played
No,
a 4 or 5 offsuit out of
the
position. I mean,
well-
into a nutcase.
I mean, to be fair, Richard has shown down some very big hands.
Yeah, he hasn't been shy. He's shown up and won the money. And when you think about where Wheatley's gotten that $47,000 profit from, I mean, look at Shannon. He'd been even or up most of the night. Now all of a sudden, 20K behind. And of course, Sammy NE2 is buried. New players in next time, and with plenty of money on the table to win back your losses, you know the leaderboard is only silly putty here on the Poker Den.